Hi friends, today I'm going to break down how I made the first part of a product animation video I created using Blender, After Effects, DaVinci Resolve, and Pure Ref. You can find the full animation video on my channel, and let's get started. First, I dove into Behance, Dribbble, and Pinterest looking for inspiration. The main challenge I faced was finding the right vibe for the video, because I want the opening to feel aggressive, energetic, and packed with motion. Honestly, I felt lost at the beginning, and it took a serious amount of time. But that process helped me a lot in developing a solid vision of what I wanted to create and how I wanted to approach it. Then, I started modeling the can in Blender. It wasn't a big deal, it was a simple and straightforward process. I thought about downloading a ready-made model from CG Trader, but I chose to make my own and keep a little dignity. That way I had a clear understanding of my geometry, making UV, unwrapping, and texturing much easier later on. Then I had to sacrifice a bit of my dignity and use AI to redesign the can packaging. But hey, you can't blame me for that. I'm not a graphic designer anyway. After that, I sorted out my ideas and the AI-generated references by throwing them into a mood board in Pure Ref. And I named each flavor so I could easily recognize them later when animating. Then I put together a storyboard, even if my drawing skills are pretty bad. Here it comes, the animation. It was the most fun part of it all, but it took me hours to dial in a setup that actually satisfied me. I knew I wanted something dark and intense while sticking to the brand colors, but the final look wasn't clear in my head from the start. I knew I wanted something dark and intense while sticking to the brand colors, but the final look wasn't clear in my head from the start. Even so, I'm not fully satisfied with the outcome, and I feel like I could have pushed it even further. Lighting-wise, I pushed it as low as I could while still keeping the can details visible, aiming for a balance between a dark, moody atmosphere and clear readability of the product. On the other hand, I chose to keep the animation as simple as possible. No hush movements, no pop-ins or pop-outs, splashes, just clean slides from left to right. And if you wonder about the texture, this is the shader node setup I used. After that, I moved the project into DaVinci Resolve for a subtle color grading pass, enhancing the colors and dialing in the dark atmosphere I was looking for. Finally, I brought the video into After Effects to add the flavor text. The idea was to have the text appear from behind the can while the can slides smoothly into its position, keeping everything subtle and clean. I wanted the typography to support the product without stealing focus, adding a touch while still keeping the overall look simple and controlled. And that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, let me know what you think in the comments and tell me if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.